In a small town nestled between rolling hills and lush forests, there lived a man named Thomas. He was a devoted father to his 3 children, Emily, Michael, and Sarah. Thomas worked tirelessly as a construction worker, putting in long hours under the scorching sun to provide for his family. He lost his wife after the birth of their last child. Despite the physical toll his job took on him, he never once complained, always wearing a warm smile on his face whenever he returned home to his children. Thomas's love for his children knew no bounds. He dreamed of giving them a better life, one filled with opportunities he never had. He sacrificed his own comforts to ensure that they never went without. Every penny he earned went towards their education, their well-being, and their happiness. Emily, the eldest, was a bright and ambitious young woman with dreams of becoming a doctor. Michael, the middle child, had a passion for art and spent hours sketching the world around him. Sarah, the youngest, was a free-spirited child with an infectious laughter that could brighten even the darkest of days. One fateful evening, as Thomas made his way home from work, tragedy struck. A reckless driver swerved into his lane, causing a devastating collision. Thomas's car was mangled beyond recognition, and despite the efforts of paramedics, he succumbed to his injuries at the scene. The news of Thomas's untimely death sent shockwaves through the community. Friends and neighbors gathered to offer their condolences, sharing stories of his kindness and generosity. In the days that followed, Emily, Michael, and Sarah struggled to come to terms with their loss. Their home felt emptier without their father's comforting presence, and the weight of their grief threatened to overwhelm them. They remembered their father's unwavering love and the sacrifices he had made for them. And with that memory as their guiding light, they resolved to carry on his legacy. Amidst the grief and loss, Emily, the eldest sibling, felt the weight of responsibility settle heavily upon her shoulders. With their father gone, she knew that she had to step up and take care of her younger siblings. With their father gone, she knew that she had to step up and take care of her younger siblings. She put her dreams of attending medical school on hold and took on multiple part-time jobs to make ends meet. Early mornings found her working as a waitress at the local diner, pouring coffee with a weary smile while the sun rose in the horizon. Afternoons were spent tutoring students in math and science, her patience and dedication earning her a reputation as one of the best tutors in town. And in the evenings, she would return home to cook dinner and help her siblings with their homework, her exhaustion masked by her unwavering determination. Michael, the middle child, watched his sister's sacrifices with a heavy heart. He longed to ease her burden, to share the load that seemed too heavy for her slender shoulders to bear. And so, despite his own dreams of pursuing art, he took on odd jobs around town, painting fences and mowing lawns to contribute to the family's finances. Sarah, the youngest, was too young to fully understand the gravity of their situation, but she could sense the sadness that hung in the air like a heavy fog. She clung to her siblings like a lifeline, finding comfort in their presence as they navigated their grief together. Despite the immense challenges they faced, Emily remained steadfast in her commitment to her siblings. As Michael entered his final year of high school as an art student, Emily made a difficult decision. She knew that her brother's talent deserved to be nurtured and encouraged, and she was determined to do whatever it took to make that a reality. Drawing on every ounce of resourcefulness she possessed, Emily worked tirelessly to ensure that Michael could stay in school and graduate. She took on extra shifts at the diner, picking up additional tutoring sessions, and even sold some of her personal belongings to make ends meet. Her sacrifices were not in vain. With Emily's unwavering support, Michael was able to focus on his studies and pour his heart into his art. Despite the financial strain they faced, Emily never once complained. She took pride in her brother's achievements, celebrating every painting sold, every scholarship earned, as if they were her own. And when the time came for Michael to graduate, it was Emily who stood at the front row, cheering the loudest as he walked across the stage to receive his diploma. With Emily's encouragement and support, Michael went on to pursue a degree in fine arts at a prestigious university. It was a dream come true for him, a chance to immerse himself in his craft and hone his skills under the guidance of accomplished artists. But Emily's sacrifices did not end there. With Michael away at college, she took on even more responsibility, working long hours to support herself and her youngest sibling, Sarah. Michael's journey into the world of art was not without its struggles. Despite his undeniable talent and dedication, breaking into the competitive art world proved to be a daunting task. He poured his heart and soul into his work, spending countless hours in his studio, painting with a passion that burned like a fire within him. But as he ventured into the world of galleries and exhibitions, he quickly discovered that success did not come easy. Rejection became a familiar companion, his artwork often overlooked in favor of more established artists. And as the bills piled up and the pressure mounted, Michael found himself questioning whether he had what it took to make it in the cutthroat world of art. Yet, through it all, he refused to give up. With each setback, he emerged stronger and more determined than ever to prove himself. He took on freelance commissions, painting murals and portraits for clients who recognized the raw talent that burned within him. And though the pay was meager and the hours long, Michael poured himself into his work with a fervor that could not be extinguished. A local art critic stumbled upon Michael's work at a small, independent gallery and was immediately captivated by the raw emotion and depth of his paintings. She wrote a glowing review, praising Michael's talent and vision, and before long, word began to spread. Suddenly, Michael found himself inundated with requests for commissions and inquiries from galleries eager to showcase his work. His paintings spoke to people in a way that words never could, tapping into the universal human experience with a poignancy that resonated deeply with all who beheld them. And as Michael's star continued to rise, he never forgot the sacrifices that had been made on his behalf. He dedicated every painting, every exhibition, to his beloved sister Emily, whose unwavering support had been the driving force behind his success. And though she never sought recognition or praise, Emily's influence loomed large in every stroke of his brush, a testament to the enduring power of love and sacrifice. As Michael's art career flourished, he found himself in a position he had never imagined, able to lift his family up from the financial struggles they had endured for so long. With each painting sold and each exhibition attended, he set aside a portion of his earnings to support his sister Emily and his youngest sibling, Sarah. No longer burdened by the weight of financial hardship, Emily was finally able to pursue her dream of becoming a doctor, and Sarah had the opportunity to explore her own passions and interests. Michael gathered his siblings for a journey they would never forget. Together, they made their way to the quiet cemetery where their parents lay at rest. As they stood before the weathered gravestone, emotions welled up inside them, a mixture of sadness for what they had lost and gratitude for all that they had gained. With tears in their eyes and hearts full of love, they shared stories of their father, the strength of his spirit, the depth of his love, the sacrifices he had made to ensure their happiness. They placed fresh flowers upon their parents' grave, a symbol of the love and respect that would endure for all eternity. And as they stood hand in hand, surrounded by the beauty of nature and the warmth of each other's embrace, they knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they would face them together, as a family.